Where are you? Do you mind shutting up? You're very loud. I know you want food. I'm getting you food. Alright, that's dipshit fed. Good morning, hello, and welcome back to the channel for another Cinevlog where I am going to see Superman. Normally I would have liked to have seen it the day it came out, but I'm seeing it on the Saturday instead of the Friday because I had shit to do. So I'm gonna go for the very first showing, which is at 12:30, and yeah, it is currently though 10:20. So I'll be getting the bus in probably in the next hour or so. You know, grab something to eat. Well, grab stuff to bring into the cinema, and then go to the cinema, get my ticket, watch the movie, and come home because it is a scorcher of a day. Like, it is a beautiful day, but it is also been a fucking scorcher the past couple of days. As of filming this. So yeah, that's something I'm not looking forward to. Okay, so I've been home now about an hour since seeing this movie. And the reason why I've been putting off filming this review is because it's currently 28 degrees outside. Literally, the moment I left the movie theater, I got hit with the humidity of just how hot it truly is when I'm filming this. But aside from that, what did I think of this movie? I really enjoyed it. You know, I can't deny that I really enjoyed it as a casual fan, as a casual Superman fan. You know, because I was, you know, I mentioned this a bunch of times. You know, growing up, I was familiar with Superman, in more so for like the Justice League cartoon. You know, that's where I was more familiar with him. I didn't see, and I still haven't seen a lot of the older, the Superman films from the 1970s onwards. Haven't seen any of those. And I can already feel AJ over AJ's movies plays his eyes rolling at that fact. Um, admitting to the fact that I haven't seen any of those. Trust me, I will get around to them eventually. And so, like, it was only last year or the year before that I actually sat down and watched Man of Steel for the first time. And, I enjoyed that. But it's mainly the cartoons that I would be more familiar with for, like, Superman. And so, yeah, going into this, I really enjoyed it. I thought James Gunn did a fantastic job. He doesn't miss when it comes to superhero films. The Guardians trilogy. I haven't seen his Suicide Squad, so I don't really know. But for this movie, I really enjoyed it because it made me feel like a kid again. Watching the Justice League or watching Batman. That side of the DC realm. And it was an amazing feeling because of that. And I enjoyed myself. I think David Cornswart, I probably butchered his last name, is an amazing Superman. He really embodies Superman to me. The way he portrays Superman, I really enjoyed it. Seeing a more emotional side to Superman, because again, I grew up with the cartoons, and he wasn't, from what I can remember, he wasn't overly emotional. But in this, you see him care. You see him save a fucking squirrel. So he doesn't just care about humans. He cares about all life on this planet. And Crypto's just the best doggo. I'm sorry, he really is. I really enjoyed, that aspect of it. Yeah, it was a bit of comedy relief type of way, but it was still good because Crypto did play a big part of this movie, and we do see in the end of the film that it's setting up for the next DC movie. Let's see, Rachel Brosnahan. Again, I'm butchering this. I liked her Lois Lane. Didn't necessarily wow me with her depiction of Lois Lane, but I still enjoyed it. Nicholas Hoult, however, as Lex Luthor, holy fuck, was that an amazing performance. He really embodied Lex Luthor. You could easily see that, in the context of the film, Superman lived in Lex's head rent free. It was, he's just apparent to see, and I love that. He done a phenomenal. He done it phenomenally. There's not much more I can say on that front. He did it amazing. I really enjoyed his performance. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. I don't really know much about Guy Gardner. I'm obviously more used to the original Green Lantern as well as John Stewart's Green Lantern. Those were the two Green Lanterns that I'm more familiar with compared to his. Still don't like that bowl cut. It's still not a good. It does not suit him. I think it's more so like to be in line with the comic character from the comic books, but yeah, that blonde and a bowl cut does not suit Nathan Fillion. It really fucking doesn't. Then we have Isabel. I'm not even going to begin to attempt to pronounce her last name as Hawkgirl. Didn't really do much in the film, but for what the bit that she was there, I did enjoy her because again, growing up on the Justice League, I obviously seen Hawkgirl in it, and I really liked her design. In that Justice League cartoon, so actually seeing her, I think for the first time on, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, first time on the big screen, she done really really well. I hope to see more of her in the future. But there was one character who really blew me away because I'm just looking at him just like, I don't really throughout the first part of the movie, and I have IMDb pulled up here on the side here so I can actually get the actor's name and the character's name because I forget it a bunch. If I can find it, I'm gonna have to pause real quick. Okay, I have it pulled up here. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce his name because I know my dyslexic ass will butcher it. But Mr. Terrific, really blew me away because I knew nothing of the character of Mr. Terrific, and so the moment I seen him on screen, I was just like, okay, I guess it's just fodder, I suppose. But no, he actually played a really big part in this film, and I grew to actually really like him. He was in my opinion, the MVP of the movie. But yeah, I enjoyed the experience of going to see it in cinema. Even though it's like Satan's ass out there today with the fucking humidity and all that shit. Which I'm Irish. I'm living in Ireland. We aren't used to this. So because I know like whenever humidity and we say it's 20 degrees here, whatever it is in America, they're like, oh, they just can't handle it. Like, fuck you. These houses aren't built. Our houses here are built to fucking keep the heat in. So anyway, that is going to wrap up this review of sorts. I didn't go into too much details for this, but I still really love this movie, and it brought out that childhood feeling of watching this on the big screen. I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't, because I'm not even sure. I think it's like, what, 2 hours long? Something like that. Yeah, 2 hours and 9 minutes. That 2 hours flew by with just how engrossed I was in this film. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this. I'm trying to think what is the next upload, which is again a good thing I have the laptop off to the side here, and I think I'm about to sneeze. Okay, yeah, I know what the next upload is going to be. It is going to be a discussion video on me breaking down how I rate movies on Letterboxd. Speaking of which, I give this movie a 4.5 out of 5 on my Letterboxd, which again is always a cheeky little plug. Do follow me on Letterboxd in the description down below. It's in the description of all of my uploads. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you actually on Thursday for my review of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, because Strange New Worlds is back. Finally, again, new Star Trek content. I'm really happy about that. But anyway, I'll catch you all on Thursday for that, and then on Friday for my normal upload. I'll catch you all next time.